Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you'll be here. You're the photographer for group number 6, and she's going to give you a map and some more information. So I'll give you a disposable camera, which you'll bring back at the end of the day, and we'll compile all the photographs.
Oh, you're going to go with it? This is our football stadium, and we also have a track from the local town football team. They practice here. You know what this is right here? A little used place that sells furniture. Really? Osmonds, TVs. I went in there a couple of times, and that's what's there. What I love the most about Orange is I love my house. And I love the restaurants in Orange. So let's go around. What do you love about Orange? Okay, what do you love about Orange?
The cemetery, and the whole history of Main Street.
What do you love about Orange?
Church.
This church. Okay.
Church.
The church. Okay.
The church.
You know the clock tower that you have here? An original Seth Thomas. We don't want to get hit now. Most of the commuters that work in New York utilize the Orange train station. So it's open for like 2 hours during rush hour morning, and then it's closed. So those Orange residents of us that take the train on the weekends or anytime after rush hour, you can't even sit inside if it's cold or if it's raining. And the inside is open, ready to sit. It's very nice inside, but it's only open for 2 hours, Monday through Friday during rush hour. This is one of the older buildings in the city of Orange. It still has a very nice facade. It's right next to our YWCA. This is a major hub of city life in Orange.
Why we couldn't build a parking garage here? It's you know, feet from the train station.
If you put a parking garage here, you would have a waiting list for the people in Orange, because Orange train station is actually the train station for Orange, West Orange, and other towns that don't have a train station. Okay, but let me ask you, as members of the church, are you amenable to starting a foundation? You know, is that a good thing? If it's going to generate money to keep this beautiful building always here and always intact and always viable in the community.
This is actually my favorite part, because this is when we take all the little individual things that we saw, all the different streets we walked on, all the different buildings we saw, and we put it all together. So for me, this is kind of the magic hour when things start to take a big vision that we're all a part of. So Lelia wrote up the questions for, and we added one extra one on the top, which is what surprised you? If there's anything that happened on the walk that you weren't expecting, I heard a few fun surprises.
There was a lot of surprise and amazement that there are folks from outside our congregation who feel so interested and passionate about this site.
Interested in this site, and then gravestones dating back.
Easy Pickens and that whole strip used to be like a music hall for Orange. It was a big, famous music hall.
Used to be a music hall, a big famous music hall. Is that on Main Street?
Yeah, where Easy Pickens is.
On Main Street, where Easy Pickens is.
I was surprised to learn that this church used to own a schooner called the Orange Schooner, and it imported and exported vodka, and they made a lot of money from it.
And folks, if you just came in and you weren't on a walk, feel free to jump in and tell us some of the things you love about Orange. We want to capture all that here.
What I like about Orange is the history behind it. Some of the buildings are still up.
I love that it's a real city.
It's a real city.
You walk down the street, people say hi, there's stuff going on. I love Phil Serrani's Sanitary Bakery. And cannot go in there without them giving you a freebie. It's really.
I love the recreation and the parks in Orange. I love the fact that there are so many parks in Orange.
Wonderful examples of architectural history and the strong community institutions.
Strong community institutions, good.
The only thing more beautiful than the homes and the stock of buildings in this city are the people who dwell within. Okay? That's what I like about Orange.
Moving the signage out of the middle of the sidewalk, so there's places where there's signs that are blocking the walking on the sidewalk.
Signage that blocks sidewalks?
The fences, so like some of the borders, like fences.
Good, fences and some borders.
You know, to open up access to some spaces.
To start off, we feel that we need more youth employment opportunities, because now it's like really hard for like youth to get jobs and stuff. And like for me, example, I'm trying to go to college or whatnot, so I need to work.
I guess a lot what everyone said, but especially what Karen talked about, the abandoned buildings, houses, etc. If we can just have those remodeled and just the total upkeep of the town. Let's work together in terms of just making a better Orange.
The real question is, how would you fill the void? How do we sort of create a different culture here in our community, whatever it is? This is where we really get to dream and vision.
These were group ideas again. Somebody mentioned an old movie theater that used to be here in the building, and yeah, bringing that back. Lights in the walkways underneath the railroad.
We were all reminded by the ownership of that schooner that it's not outside of the realm of a church with a separate nonprofit identity to be involved in money-making ventures. And one of the things we talked about is building a garage on our parking lot property that could be used for commuter parking.
When I look at the immigrant workers out there, we all use them. They built everybody's driveway, patio, and I think it would just be humane if we designated a building where they could go. You use them, you go there, you sign up. I need a gardener.
Did I get everybody? Okay. So what I want you to do is get with someone that you haven't worked with already today, that you haven't sat in a group with or gone on a walk with or maybe even ever met before, and do a little, we like to call it a gallery walk.
You seem to be following the rules, so I'll walk with you.
I like that neighborhood.
That's like my map I made.
You use Google Maps?
It was Windows Live.
It's nice.
It took me a while. I did.
You got to print out piece by piece? Yeah.
One of the other things I noticed about, well, that Karen Wells brought down were the old maps.
Yeah. All right, we're going to close very soon. We'll notify you there'll be another public meeting once we get all this material together, and we'll want to share it with you again and get input again. If you leave and you said, why didn't I tell them that one idea? That was a great idea. I forgot to say it. Contact us, let us know. We're going to be working on this for a while, and we're all going to be working together to implement these ideas. So thank you so much for your participation. This is what makes Orange, right?